this seriously just drives me bonkers. Knowing what we did, if this had to come back off, right? Ouch. Flakes are hot. Thought we would start today's video out with a little bit of scripture. My wife has spent the last couple of days writing scripture on the walls of the building that she has received from family and friends, and it's really been cool over the last couple of days as we button things up here to read scripture as I work. And I've really been blessed by it, and to be honest, the whole project has really been a blessing to myself, and I think to her as well. But big shout out to her for doing that. I appreciate it. I love you, Sweet Pea, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow so we can get this HVAC system finished up. Today's video is going to be about the HVAC rough-in that's scheduled for tomorrow and the frame-in inspection that is also scheduled for tomorrow. So we're gonna button some things up. I've been reviewing the blueprints, and there's a few things that I forgot to do that we have taken care of tonight, and there's a couple extra things yet that I have to do in preparation for tomorrow. We're finishing up the rough-in for the HVAC system, and what I've done is I've drilled a 1 5/8 inch hole in my siding, one more hole to put in the building. I think this is the last one for now, for our shutoff for the condenser on the mini split. And what I wanted to show you guys with this hole is these PVC box adapters. This is 1.25 inches, and it works really well, the 1.25 inches, to put it into an 1 5/8 hole here. And it fits right in there, nice and snug, and it makes a nice sleeve. Now what I'll do is, just like I did with my 50 amp RV plug, I'll put my elbow so I have access to the wiring, so I can run my wiring up to my shutoff box, which will be mounted directly above it, and the cables will run down into my condenser. So this is all I need for my HVAC rough-in. They just want to see the hole punched, where it's going to be, make sure structurally I didn't do anything to the building. So I have this in, and you can see up above, it's off screen just slightly. So that's a 3.5 inch hole, and that's where my line set will run from the head on the inside to the condenser on the outside. We'll put a line set cover down, and that'll run all the way down. And there's my concrete pad that this will set on. So we're in good shape for the inspection tomorrow. That's it for tonight. And I'll let you guys know where we stand with the inspection tomorrow. And then we'll kind of video through getting the rest of this mini split installed. I'm pretty excited about that. So stay tuned till the end. We'll let you know if we pass inspection. So what we're doing now is doing some fire blocking. The inspector told me it's probably not required for a garage, but he's going to go ahead and review the code. And I mentioned to him I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyways, because it will be required on the house. What we've done is we've put 5/8 OSB on the top of our wall here to separate our wall cavity from our attic. And that'll help prevent, if you ever have a fire inside your wall, this area from becoming a chimney and sucking the fire up into the attic. So I'm going to go through now and just kind of foam up a little bit of cracks here to just air seal that off a little better. to prevent that from happening. So if this all goes well, then I know this will work for the house, and that was part of the reason for this whole project. So let's get to it. Well, that was quick. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. We've just finished up with the inspector. We've passed both the HVAC rough-in and the framing inspection. All that's behind us now. The only thing we have left to do are finals. So we'll come back, they'll come back and look at the final HVAC and the final electrical, and we will be done. I am super excited about that because all of the hard work has now paid off, and we've, I think, impressed the inspectors. We've actually went above and beyond what is required by code for this building, which when I think about it, code is kind of like the minimum that you want to do for a build. So I'm going to be living here, my family's going to be living here, and I don't want something that just meets minimum. We've went above and beyond that. We've done fire blocking. We've done extra diagonal bracing in the building. We've done extra diagonal bracing that was not required by the truss manufacturer up above. And it's just a super solid building, and I'm very happy with the outcome up to this point. Now begins the fun stuff, getting the inside finished. And that'll come in a couple of videos where we're going to detail all the finishing work so you can see how things turn out. As far as today goes, the inspector really didn't have any notes for me. The only thing that he really looked at was, of course, my holes that I've bored for my HVAC unit. Since I don't have any ductwork with the mini split, it's a pretty easy inspection. So I have my line set hole and then my electrical disconnect hole. And those aren't structurally in a bad spot. We're right where we want to be with those. The framing inspection was a little more detailed. He looked both at the trusses and the engineering specs on the trusses, which I had for him, and I had a full set of blueprints for him to use as well. He made sure that all of my bracing for the trusses was done per the engineered plans, and it is, and it's actually above and beyond that, so we were good there. And then the other thing he looked at was the bracing for the house. We've actually went above and beyond on the diagonal bracing for our wall structures. So he was happy with that as well. And everything, the connection, the wall, the roof wall connection, he looked at that as well. And I want to say all in all, it was probably a 15-minute, 20-minute inspection. We talked a little bit electrical and the final inspection and what that process looks like. So I think I'm prepared for that. Today we're just going to finish up, get some plugs wired up, get the lights are pretty much all wired. I have all the plugs and a couple of switches to wire up, and then we should be all set for that, for the wiring up to this point. Then everything else, the lights and the fans will go in after we get the drywall up and finished. So that, and we're gonna finish up the HVAC unit this week, and I'll bring you that. It's so far, the Mr. Cool stuff has really been easy. You just read the directions that it comes with like anything, and it goes together pretty easy. So that'll probably be the next video, and that's all I got for you guys today. We're well on our way. The light is at the end of the tunnel, and I can't wait to show you guys the finished product. I think it's gonna be great, and I'm ecstatic. There's just no words that I can say to express how blessed and grateful I am that the project has turned out the way it did. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.